Om Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya-madhyamam Asmadacharya-paryantam Vande Guru-paramparam Yadavidya-vilasena Bhuta-bhautika-srishtaya Tam Naumi Paramatmanam Sachidananda-vigraham. Okay, we are meeting after some time. Any questions, clarifications?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Sashi, what is it?
Ramana Maharishi, who I mentioned to you, he said two words. So which are those two words?
Arunachala. The two words that Ravana worked on, you're talking with respect to Shabda Pramanam, right? Yeah. For Ramana, Yoga Brashta as he was in his previous lifetime, two words were enough for him.
So one more
Yeah?
little clarification. This Vastu Tantram and Purush Tantram,
Yeah?
not very clear.
Not very clear. Okay. Let us take with Purusha Tantram first. Purusha Tantram meaning in this case, dependent on the Purusha. Purusha Tantram, dependent on the Purusha. To come to this class or not is whose choice?
Student's choice.
Whose choice is it?
Yeah, my choice.
Your choice, exactly. So therefore, wherever it comes to action, it is Purusha Tantram. Okay? It dependent on the Purusha, the person. Whenever it comes to knowledge, it is Vastu Tantram, dependent on the object of knowledge. Like this is a phone. Okay? This is a phone. Do you have a choice of recognizing it as a phone or something else?
No.
Correct? I think I should. Yeah. So, here it is not open to your choice. You have to understand it as a phone, nothing else. Know it as a phone. So, wherever knowledge is concerned, we say Vastu Tantram, it depends upon the object of knowledge. Supposing I were to say, please take this phone. Please take it. What is that? Purusha Tantram or Vastu Tantram?
Purush Tantra.
Because it involves doing something. Yeah. So doing something is Purusha Tantram, whereas knowing something is Vastu Tantram. Okay? So that's how the whole thing works. What is Purusha Tantram? What is Vastu Tantram? Okay. Okay. Any other questions, clarifications?
Secondary sadhanas. And if one is an adhikari, a really good adhikari, then that much of nididhyasanam may not be required. But that applies for mananam also, or without mananam also one can, nididhyasanam I can understand because adhikari is really high.
Yeah.
So one owns it up very easily. But what about mananam? Is that possible that mananam is also
Okay. Let me come. Okay, the question is, for those who are online and couldn't hear that, the question is, Shravanam is the main sadhana for knowledge. Okay? So an adhikari may not require nididhyasana. If he is an uttama adhikari, like Nachiketa, Arjuna, etc., Gayatri, all that they did not require nididhyasana. Now the question is, do they require separate mananam? If you are an Uttama Adhikari, as part of the learning, Mananam happens in the class itself. That much will be necessary, not more than that. You know, when you are learning, the teacher himself will raise some questions and answer it. That will be enough as far as an Uttama Adhikari is concerned. You won't need separate Mananam also. But for that, as I said earlier, you need to be really an Uttama Adhikari. You need to be an Uttama Adhikari. If you will unmute yourself, please mute yourself again after that, okay? After so many years of attending online classes, that basic courtesy you all should have picked up. So, this is where it is. If you are really an Uttama Adhikari, then you don't need to. But such Uttama Adhikaris are rare. I have not come across anyone like that outside the Upanishads or the Gita. Nahi hai. Yeah. All the great teachers I know, really great teachers, Kashikanji, Karapratraji, onwards down to my own Guru, everyone, all of this. That means Karapratraji, Kashikanji was one generation older than my Guru. Okay, Taranandagiri. And then down my teacher's generation, Puja Swamiji, Akhandananji, all of them required some amount of Mananam and Nididhyasana, from what I know. I remember when Puja Swamiji was in the ashram, he was just staying in one room with an attached bathroom toilet, that's it. And there is a small veranda outside where people would wait if he was having a private talk with someone. But in his room, when you enter, there was one corner which was his meditation corner. One side there was a bed, a small table and chair, and one side there was a meditation corner. He had kept it going for a long time. That meditation seat disappeared only when he started the course in Coimbatore. That means until then he was having it. He was having it. So all of us, let us not have the arrogance to think that we don't need Mananam and Nididhyasana. We need that. All of us need that. Lots of Mananam, lots of Nididhyasana. We need. Yeah. We need immersive experiences like camps, etc., where your whole day you are bombarded with only this. You need that also. Yeah. That's why in my classes, look at those people whom we can confidently think of, people who had gained the knowledge. People like Sahaya, Commodore, etc. How many camps did Sahaya or Commodore miss? How many camps did they miss? Not one. Practically every camp they were there. Yeah. Because they took it seriously, they took their learning seriously. Commodore also was not a retired man. He had a running business. Very happy at business. Why? He started the business so that people coming out from the Navy can find an occupation. So it grew depending upon the skill of the people who are coming into all sorts of various things. Now his daughter handles it. Sahaya Sahib also had a chemical business which he was running. So it's not that they were retired people and had all the time to come for all these things. No. Yeah, they were running business. And still they managed it. Yeah. Now, let me test your awareness. All of you have a gallery view on your screen, or at least you are seeing me on the screen. What is the odd thing you are noticing today?
It says Sunita Suresh.
How many of you noticed it before Karthik said it?
And also our dear friend Narayanan.
Vijay, let me stick to the question I asked. Yeah. This is because my comp has gone for a toss and therefore I am using Sunita's laptop. Okay, yeah. Because people, I don't know how people, no one asked me, how come you are coming as Sunita Suresh? Okay. And there is a separate Sunita Suresh also. So I have taken on her identity. So I had taken on her identity for today's class. Okay. I had also logged on in my phone, but that was creating an echo and things like that. So I switched it off. Okay, that apart. So this, yeah, in the class we also have to say that one of the students, a keen student, very keen student, Narayan, who was ailing for some time but still came for the last camp. He had gone to kidney failure, heart congestion, everything he had, but he came for the last camp. And 1 week after that, about a week back, he expired. Okay, yeah. So anyone who knows him, want to say a few words about him, please message me and I will put it up in our newsletter. We are putting up a small photograph of him also in the newsletter, and we will do that. Those of you who knew him, okay? Yeah. Send it to me as a message. We will put it up in the newsletter. And it was good he could come for the camp. Vijay Lakshmi helped him to come for the camp. And he had a thoroughly good time. Food for thought, food for the soul, food for the stomach also. All, all way around. Okay. He really had a gala time in the camp. Yeah.
Now we know why we are doing so many sweets.
Huh?
I said, now we know why we are doing so many sweets.
Yeah, so many sweets, etc. Because we are giving him a great send-off. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, that apart. Any other questions or clarifications? Okay. Now, if you are going into the text, the next section, okay, I think instead of reading out, 217 we did, 217 onwards we had to do this time, I think, 218, yeah? 218 we did. Okay. All right. See, if you notice, a lot of these arguments, Purvapakshas, are coming from the analysis of Purva Mimamsa, okay? Where he is using the procedure of analysis that is used in Purva Mimamsa and trying to apply it to Vedanta. But both the analyses are separate because subject matter is separate. The way of presentation is separate. One question. At some time, would you want to know something about the analysis of Purva Mimamsa? You will struggle over it because I am not going to teach the whole Artha Sangraha. Like how you had Tarka Sangraha, there is Artha Sangraha also. Okay? So, but I am not going to teach the whole text. Okay? Because why? It's all about karma. To know Artha Sangraha, some understanding of the Vedic thing should be there, and no one has, I think, barring one or two, no one even knows to chant the Veda here. You know. So it will be futile teaching the whole thing. But something about the analysis, if you all want, that section, and make a difference, I will do it maybe next class or whatever. Okay, all right. So there, fundamentally, we are talking about, there are what is known as a principal sacrifice and subsidiary sacrifices. Okay. The closest example I can think of, it is not strictly applicable, but some of you may be familiar with it. You have the main wedding ceremony. In a Hindu wedding, what is the most thing important? All of you are married people, no? Across cultures, what is the most thing important?
Saptapati.
The
Saptapati.
the Saptapati, going around the sacred fire 7 times. Then, what else?
I would say Panigraha.
What is that? Panigrahanam, someone. Yes. Panigrahanam. Yes. Huh? Not mean.
Malarpan.
Huh?
Malarpan. The garlanding.
Varamala is cultural. Okay? Because in olden days, Swayamvaras, the bride would choose the groom or vice versa, so that they would offer by offering a Varamala. That's why sometimes when you have a social section and there is a sadhu sitting there, they don't ask a lady to put the mala. But that mala is different from Varamala. But that orthodoxy is so much that. Which one? No, no. So important, I am talking about the important steps. Yeah. The tali. You know, so you tying that mala. Exchange of rings is not considered cardinally important. Yeah. Exchange of rings is not considered cardinally important. In South India, there is a custom. The bride wears silver rings on her toes. Ever wondered why? And they say a girl should never take it out. You can take out your hand rings if you are doing something, but that ring you should never take out.
They say it protects the uterus.
Huh? It's supposed to enhance all your womanly functions. As a woman, your function of motherhood, etc., is supposed to enhance, number one. And even more important, even in meditation, you are not supposed to take it out. Why? In meditation, if you are reaching dasha sandhi, the borderline between dashas, you have a chance of slipping out of the body. That will keep you anchored into the body. Okay? Yeah. That's why Sadguru Jagi Vasudeva was so upset because his wife died in Samadhi. She deliberately chose to die in Samadhi. And he said, how could she go? Because she is wearing all these rings, then she found he is not wearing the ring. Where is the ring gone? He went into the bathroom, found she had taken it all and kept it there and come, sat down for meditation. Because she wanted to go. Her choice. Yeah. Anyway, all those things apart. So there are these main things. Okay? Even legally, a marriage is considered complete if you have these 3 aspects to it. The Saptapati, with Agni as Sakshi, the Tali, Panigrahanam. Panigrahanam is not legally necessary so much, but in the culturally it is. Religiously it is, yes. Yeah. All right. Then there are subsidiary actions leading to it, isn't it? Yeah.
Like when you file for divorce, suppose if the marriage is not registered because registration is compulsory. But suppose for some reason marriage is not registered, then you have to annex photographs. So you have to annex photographs only of these.
Yeah.
Then only like they are going around the.
Yeah, the Saptapati is the most important. Yeah.
Mangalsutra or Sindoor.
Yeah.
Otherwise they don't accept any photographs.
Correct.
Legally also.
The proof of marriage legally depends upon photograph of the Saptapati. The 7 steps, 7 rounds actually. Yeah, the Tali. Yeah. 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 It is not, if it is not done, it is not marriage. Yeah. Now this is talking about legality. We are talking about what is known in the Dharma Shastras as a Dharmika wedding. Otherwise also known as a Brahmana wedding, where both sides' parents are there and they agree to the whole thing. Now there are subsidiary karmas, no? Like Varamala, for example. There is one homa that you do, but before that you do other homas, Graha Shanti, this, that, etc. is also done. They are subsidiaries. They are supposed to contribute for the overall benefit. Okay? Now this logic, when it comes to Vedic thing, it's much more technical. In the Vedic thing, if anyone is left out, the phalam is compromised. Whereas in a marriage, that's not compromised. Okay? Yeah. But in the Vedic thing, if any one of the subsidiary things are left out, then the phalam is compromised. That logic, they are trying to apply it to Vedanta here, saying that Mananam Nididhyasanam are contributory factors to Shravanam, which is what is being technically denied. Okay? Because, okay, let us look at those verses, that will be clearer. Yeah?
So, according to Bhamatikara, Manana and Nidhyasana has to be.
Yeah. In fact, according to Bhamati, the main focus is Nididhyasana. Yeah. Says what has not taken place in Shravanam, that will happen in. He says that. Yeah.
So he gives more importance to Nidhyasana
Yeah.
than Shravana.
And that's why you will also find in the Vedantic tradition, okay, the sannyasis, in fact, who do much more contemplation than the grahasthas or the scholars. Because the sannyasi life is one of contemplation, you know, not TV watching. Though many of us do have TVs in our homes, TV watching is not the main function. Okay. Contemplate your life, Lord, because you have a lot of time. Yeah. So you sit, you read, you study. If you are a student, a sannyasi student, you attend the classes, sit down, contemplate. Otherwise also what you do, your teaching thing, contemplate. A lot of time is supposed to be spent in contemplation. Okay. These people will follow all the Sampradayavits, follow Anandagiri, Nyaya Nirnaya, Ratna Prabha, thing which says Shravanam is the main thing. Because we know it has to click in Shravanam. Pramana operation takes place in Shravanam, not anywhere else. So all the Sampradayavits tradition follow this. The scholars follow Bhamati. Many scholars I have noticed. I am making just a general category. Don't say, oh, everyone does this. No, it's generally speaking. It is the scholars, the academic scholars, Sanskrit academics or this academics. They will talk about the Bhamati tradition. Why? Probably because you are studying it in a scholarly fashion, therefore it is not clicked for you in Shravanam. Probably. Okay. Or they are caught up with the need for some anubhava. I was also looking, why this thing has come up so much. Then I spoke to some of the people whom I know, like they follow Sringeri, Acharya and everything. So that means they are traditional people. But why are they stuck up? And all of them are, Swamiji is good, okay to listen, but some anubhavam should be there. Na? Some anubhavam should be there. How did Tarka define anubhava? Anubhavaschu dvidaha, twofold, what is that? Come on. These are important things you should remember. What is the twofold anubhava? Smritihi jnanam cha. Yeah. Anubhava is twofold. One is smriti, memory. Other is knowledge. If you want to go and verify, open Tarka Sangraha and see it, okay? Anubhavastu dvidaha smritir jnanam cha. So knowledge, but because in our regional languages, Anubhava means experience. All of us in our regional languages use Anubhava as experience. Hindi में कुछ अनुभव होता है, जिसमें experiencing something, अनुभव चाहिए. Konjam अनुभव रकम Tamil, some experience should be there. Gujarati also will have something. Yeah. Anubhava. So because in our vernacular languages, Anubhava is taken as experience, there is a tendency to get that dhvani into the Shastric knowledge also. Even though these are all scholars, they know Sanskrit. Okay? They know Sanskrit. But it is, you're not always living here. You're living here very often. Which is a good thing. As a human being, you better have a heart, okay? And be emotionally alive. I'm not denying that. Yeah. But let it not negate what the head knows. Let it be in harmony, then you are fine. Then you are fine. Yeah. So, and many New Vedanta teachers all presented as experience. That's another tragedy. Yeah. New Vedanta teachers all experience. Yeah. Yeah.
So in Vedanta, can it be more of a Purusha Tantra than the Vastu Tantra?
It's a very good question that came up. Nididhyasanam is Vastu Tantram or Purusha Tantram?
So this is not preferred by that person.
Huh?
In Shravana, there is
Yeah. In Shravana, you just have to listen, no? Attentive. That's all. In fact, please don't start speculating when you are listening. Let your mind go along with the words. Knowledge will take place. So it's completely Vastu Tantram. What about Nididhyasana? Huh? Okay. If it is Purusha Tantram, it's open to your choice. Can you know the Atma differently in Nididhyasana? In Shravanam, you heard Atma is Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahman. Do you have a choice of modifying it in Nididhyasana? Okay, hold on. This is because there are two dimensions here. Listen to this carefully, okay? There are two dimensions. You are choosing to do Nididhyasana. Correct? The choice of doing Nididhyasanam is Purusha Tantram. Sitting down, all that, taking care that there are no disturbances is what? Purusha Tantram. Then what is the actual thing that you are doing in Nididhyasanam? Jnana Abhyasa. Repeating of knowledge. Repetition of knowledge. That part is Vastu Tantram.
So it is both.
Huh?
So Nididhyasana is both Purusha Tantra.
Once again, don't take a block understanding and say it is both. I am explaining what part of it is Purusha Tantra. Let me give you an example. You are taking a flight. Okay? From Bombay to Rishikesh. Purusha Tantram? Yes or no? Yes. Sitting there.
Yes.
Sitting there. You are not interested in any of the tea and snacks. घर में खा के आया. You are sitting down आराम से. अरे suddenly you remembered Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahman. Okay. And your mind has gone into that knowledge. Was there a choice in this? That means what? Nididhyasanam is Vastu Tantram, really speaking.
But Swamiji, I chose to have that thought.
Yeah, you will have. Yeah. You didn't choose. Your just mind was drifting and your mind went like that. Without your will, it went. Without your will, it went. Then what? Or you sat down and chose, okay, chose. So up to there it is Purusha Tantram. What happens after that is Vastu Tantram. Nididhyasanam is not an action. Nididhyasanam ends where it begins. An action does not end where it begins. Nididhyasanam, you began with what? I am Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahman. Where does it end? Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahman. Where is the movement? There is no movement. So you are actually repeating what you have already known. What you already know. Very often, Nididhyasanam is taken as an action because when we teach it with all the preparations. Sit down, relax your body, focus on your breathing, relax your mind, do some Manasa Puja, do Japa Dhyanam. All there is what? Preparation for Nididhyasanam. That is not Nididhyasanam. I am that silence awareness. That is Nididhyasanam. Limitless awareness. So all you are doing is introducing the thought which you already had before. Supposing you have not gained knowledge in Shravanam and you try Nididhyasanam, what will happen?
All kinds of doubts will come, sorry.
Doubts will come up, or it will become some form of a conditioning. Because you have picked up familiarity with the words and you are repeating something without really understanding. That's why I tell people, do Nididhyasanam only after you have done sufficient Shravanam. Otherwise it will be as good as saying Atma is infinite, divine, supreme bliss. You are just repeating, gain familiarity. Yeah, limitless is Atma, all right, fine, I understand. Have you understood? That means you are saying you are limitless. Then become agreed, but that tone of voice itself you make out it is not clear. Yeah, that's why I don't encourage a hasty Nididhyasanam. Though I encourage everyone to do Japa Dhyanam, to be settled in that silence that we are. That much I always encourage, even beginners to do it. Why? That becomes preparing your mind to know the truth. So that later on when you have to do Nididhyasanam, you can slip into it very easily. Yeah. People don't. Yeah? Shoot.
So if you kind of split it up that way, then yeah, it is the Purusha Tantram and Vastu Tantram. But I am, then when you are saying I'm Purnama, I am, then that is neither Purusha Tantram nor Vastu Tantram. Because
I am is Vastu.
but
I am is Vastu. Actually, even to say what I am, did you really choose? Forget what I am as consciousness. What I am, you didn't really choose. That is a part of your conditioning. That's why you call it avichara siddham. Without vichara. Without vichara, it's a process of socialization. Yeah. So, like, why does a woman behave like a woman? Look at it. In olden days, we had different toys for boys and girls. Now, olden days means what? When we were young. We had different toys. Girls were given balls, that, etc. I mean, dolls and things like that. And boys were given bat, ball, plastic maybe, but oh, this is not healthy. This is reinforcing male female stereotypes. Yeah, it is why this person is born as a girl, this guy is born as a man. So you better be able to own up your female and your male identities first. But your gender is not your sex. Wokeism. Gender is not your sex. Those type of issues have come up because of this non-gender based upbringing. Partly responsible for that. You are own up your gender now. Why are you born as a human being? Because there are lessons to be learnt in a human body. And this human body happens to be male or female. Why? Because there are lessons to be learnt in a female body, lessons to be learnt in a male body. There are lessons to be learnt. Accept that. Yeah. Yeah. And we all have a male and female side to ourselves. We all have that. Integrated, na? You know, because of my martial art background, this, that, etc. And my general behavior is so male. Okay. One of the psychologists whom I knew said, I believe in being androgynous. I said, that is stupidity. I said, I sometimes don't mince words when I am talking with people like that. That is stupidity. And because androgynous really means neither male nor female. That's the meaning. I said, I am not that. I am male, all right. If I was responding from my sailor background, I would have said something more. But because I was not responding from my sailor background, I stopped there. Okay, that much. I said, but we have to integrate male and female. We have both tendencies. I said, I am well integrated. You are not, you are all male. I said, do you have any psychometric testing available? I know it is there. He said, yeah, we have. I said, so do it. Have you done it before? No. I said, I have not done it before. I heard about it. I have not done it. You will answer the questions honestly. I said, of course I will. That goes without saying, but I will. I give you my word, I will answer it honestly. So answer it. So in the scoring pattern, -2 to +2 was supposed to be this person who has integrated male and female sides. Okay? If you are more than -2, more womanly traits, more than +2, more manly traits. Okay? And I came to 1.5 on that scale, plus 1.5. That means what? I am within that integrated scale, but I am leaning towards male. Thank God. I don't have the right to keep a beard. So, it is a question of integration, not wokeism. So, this non-gender upbringing is not healthy. So, you were born in a particular gender. Culturally, we reinforce that. At the same time, we had ideas of integration through our stories of Ardhanarishwara, Vishnu taking a female form. All these stories were meant to imply and indicate that you have to integrate both sides into yourself. Yeah, some days the deity is dressed up as a woman. That's to indicate, hey, we have these traits and we have to identify that. Yeah. So, even that process of socialization, healthy socialization. Wokeism, gender confusion. Yeah. Just imagine, I want your imagination to go. I'm digressing a little bit, but I want to know where conditionings are helpful, where they are not helpful. Here is a woman who says, I am male, I am man. She goes on to a flight. Flight details is a woman. Name is woman. Looks like it. Female. then there is a security check in the plane because there is some threat was an issue. So the security guard, yeah, there are two women sitting in this and one man there. I am a man. But according to my list, you are a woman. No, I am a man. Now you are a security risk. Why? According to my list, there are supposed to be two women and one man, this three. And you are saying you are a man. You can be offloaded because that's a security risk. Can you see where this type of wokeism create problems? What reverse happen? If a man claims he is a woman and wants to go into the female toilet, where all the women are applying makeup, changing their dress or something like that, what will happen? I am a woman. You are not, your gender is male. No, my gender is not, my sex is male, but I am a woman. So what, use a woman toilet? There are some conditions which are healthy, which can function well in the society. Okay? A child growing up requires male and female influences in the child's life. If you can't give that, you are bringing up a very confused child. Gender confusion, everything will exist. Not to worry, ये तो कली की प्रभाव है. कली युगा भविष्य पुराना says all these things will happen. बोला है उसमें, all this nonsense will happen. Yeah. Bhavishya Purana also has talked about the problems of Islam. Yeah. Vyasa wrote that, Bhavishya Purana, the prediction of the future. Yeah. Where the religious leader riding a camel, eating meat will create havoc. He said that. Anyway, that apart.
Name also similar.
Beg your pardon?
Name also, the name also.
His name also is said, yeah. So, hai? Anyway, that apart. Any other questions? Because we are meeting together after a long time. I thought let me clarify questions first. Okay. Purusha Tantram, Vastu Tantram, Nididhyasanam. Role clarification. Okay. Yeah. So, certain identities are sahajam, natural, as a process of socialization, etc. Okay. Certain identities we chose. There Purusha Tantram comes in. You chose to be an engineer. You chose to be a lawyer. You chose to go into finance. You chose to be a consultant. These are choices. Purusha Tantram. But then what happens is, when you choose a particular function, it's a role. But because the real is not known, the role identities become stronger and stronger. For working people, a corporate identity is very strong. For a doctor, for example, that doctor identity is very strong. Yeah. Or an army officer, that identity is very strong. Why? And that role demanded that you risk your life for it. Yeah, you will die for it. That much of role identity had to be there for that function. Yeah. So, certain identities are strong. You have to learn how to drop it.
Mother identity.
Huh?
Mother.
Mother identity. Oh my God! Don't even talk about that. Mother identity. Media enforces that. मैं माँ हूँ. No, Swamiji, even Shankaracharya said it. Kuputraha jayate kumata na bhavati. Matra Panchakam. Revade. I also studied that. There, Matra Panchakam, Shankara is addressing the goddess. She is not addressing his mother. His mother he left and went. Shankara fooled his mother actually to go and become a sannyasi. Yeah, I'm telling you. Mother didn't want. Naturally, she has lost her husband. The only person she has in her life is her son. I can't blame the mother for not wanting an 8-year-old boy to go and take sannyasa. Come on, yaar. I can understand that. And I can understand also Shankara's jnana. Moksha, he is born for moksha. He is born for the nation. That's also clear. So how to, now somewhere you have to come to this. Yeah. So he said, in your last days I will be there. You will not want anything in life. And he walked away with the story of the crocodile and everything. And she also broke free from that role at that time. Yeah. And he broke free from the role of being only a son at that time. Son was a role. And he had promised in that role, yeah, I'll be there in your last days. And he wasn't there. He was there. Yeah. What was the conditioning? Now, I'm pointing out the conditioning. Was how the Mallu society at that time behaved with him. He's supposed to do the last rites, no? She doesn't have anyone. Nobody volunteered to do her last rites. Somebody else could volunteer. In Kerala, uncle, nephew, anyone could volunteer to do the last rites. Yeah. Someone could have volunteered. Nobody volunteered. So he said, okay, I'm a sannyasi, but I'll do the last rites. So he removed his saffron robes, wore a white dhoti, and people walked away. The Nambudiri community in Kerala walked away. Today is Onam, good to remind people of their past. They walked away. So he couldn't carry, sadhu hai baba, do waqt dal roti kha ke jeeta hu. Mother must have been a hefty lady. He couldn't carry her to the funeral pyre on his own. So he had to actually cut the body in 5 parts and take. Yeah, he cut the body into 5 parts, put it together on the funeral pyre and lit the funeral. Seeing this, the whole community regretted. So now in the Nambudiris, symbolically, when you cremate your mother or your father for that matter, symbolically, you take a knife and put it in 5 places. I did that for my mother. You don't cut, but symbolic, you do that. I said, I'm Shankara Anugayi, I will pay homage to Shankara. Even when I'm doing my mother's last rites, I will do that. I'll pay homage. Yeah. Even though I'm not strictly from the Nambudiri community. I'm a hybrid. Okay. So here the role conditioning was a problem as far as the Nambudiris are concerned. Yeah. In Shankara's case, it was not a problem. Exceptional situation, a word given, we will do it. Yeah. So after that, it became a tradition that even if you are a sannyasi, your mother's last rites you can do. Yeah. So you have to understand how certain traditions come up. Certain things come up because of what? Certain conditionings come up. And finally, you have to free yourself from all this by understanding the truth of what you are. Jnanameva sharanam. Jnanaya shravanam. If you have doubts, mananam. If you are owning up problems, nididhyasanam. So mananam nididhyasanam meant to deal with a problem of the mind. Shravanam main. This is a traditional view. Nyaya Nirnaya, Anandagiri, all of them follow the Vivarna. So now it is known as the Vivarna tradition. Okay? The Vivarna tradition is this. Bhamatikara, because made of householders, scholars, etc., pay greater focus on Nididhyasana. The difference is not something huge. Difference is not something huge. Because both of them are going to listen to the Shastra. Both of them are going to meditate upon it. So what is the big difference? Difference is only on a technicality. But we should be clear about the technicality. Practically, it makes no difference. Both of them are seeking knowledge. Both of them are listening. Both of them are doing mananam. Both of them are contemplating. So what is the difference? There is no difference. Practically, it doesn't make any difference. Both the schools. In your technical understanding, yes, it makes a difference. So that you will know what to give greater emphasis on. Otherwise, hearing little bit, you will say, I will do Nididhyasanam. And it won't work because it is not clear to you. The vision itself is not clear. Because emphasis is there. The other problem is, Shravanam is important, no? Main sun ke jayega. I won't do anything else. Taranandagiri used to say very well, Maharaji, these people studied from you. Haan, barabar sikha. What about that person? Sun ke gaya. Very nice. They listen and went. They didn't study. So that is a problem that can come on this Shravana Matram. Pay attention to that. What do your mind requires? Give your mind what it needs. Then he also mentions about the secondary sadhanas. Primary sadhana is Shravana Manana Nididhyasana. Secondary in terms of your lifestyle, kami karma, all that comes into the picture. So with this completed, okay, this thing is there. There's still some more, but I will do that. Probably I can also give a little bit indication of the two analysis and about 3-4 classes. Oh no, may take something more. Yeah, 3-4 classes we can complete this. After that, there has been a request from people that I start and do the Brahma Sutra again. How many of you would like that? Please raise your hands online. Here I know most people would like that, okay. Okay. Because I know many have not listened to the Brahma Sutras. Okay. Okay. I will send you all what? I think we have that PDF copy, na? Can you give me? Yeah. Can you give me a printout? Sometimes there is no immediate hurry. There are still 4 classes. Just to see whether everything is okay there or some correction has to be made. Then that PDF link can be sent to everyone. They can download it and take it. Yeah. Here also I think most people can download. You have the old copy, right? Yeah. You have the old copy. So. Yeah. I just want to check whether that is a copy that I am thinking about, you know. Those who can get hold of a copy, I don't think this copy I can buy in India, but I can buy it outside. There is a small book on the Brahma Sutra, Chatusutri, by Pandit Hardat Sharma. That is the same PDF, no? Yeah. I just want to double check whether that is the right one. Yeah, but first give me a printout. I want to double check that first, whether it is the right one. Yeah, and then we can, okay, we can, then you can just download it or use it on your tab or whatever also. I'm fine how you use it. Now, some of you are saying that I will use Pujya Swamiji's book. Pujya Swamiji's book is good. It was meant the full time this. But when I seen the way it was edited and brought out, it has been made too brief. It should have been double the size of what it is. It has been, you have read it, too brief. Yeah.
There are many things that you have to go back to your class before doing
Yeah.
clarify, saying, oh, that's what
Yeah.
we need.
Because it is, editing was too brief. There is another book available for those who are local here. A book by my Guru Bhai, Shuddha Buddhananda, which is not bad. Which is not bad. Which will be similar to my notes. I think it's available somewhere. I'm not sure where.
The PDF of the book is available.
Beg your pardon?
The PDF of that book.
Yeah, PDF we will send it to everyone. Yeah. We have it here. We will send it. I just want to double check it, whether it is the same that, you know, thing.
No, what he says is the Shuddha Buddhananda
It's about 200 pages.
Huh?
Your Guru Bhai's is also available on PDF.
Acha, there's Shuddha Buddhananda's book is also available as PDF. Oh, very good. Yeah. Okay. Where is it available?
I will send it
Yeah.
I saw it in one of the websites.
Okay, okay. See if you can download that. That's people can read that also. But use that as notes after you listen to the class. Okay. Yeah. Use that as notes after you listen because it'll be more or less same lines. We are both batchmates, same batch we are. But he's a better writer than a teacher. He is good at writing. Uday and all are very good at writing. Yeah. So they got out good books. Okay. A good place to stop. Om Tat Sat.